Hey everybody, how y'all doing? This weekend was the pause, demystifying the realities of menopause. Now, what I realized that people still have a stigma attached to the word menopause. But baby, menopause, menopause, menopause. I am in full blown menopause. So that means I'm post menopausal. And this weekend, the ladies learned the difference between perimenopause and postmenopause because menopause is really just one day. It's that day. That's one day after 12 months of not having a cycle. You go 12 months, on that 12-month and one day, you are in menopause. And then that night, you are in postmenopause. So, first, we want to talk about the differences. They broke it down, Dr. Shaw. She was like, bing, 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 here you go. And we had Michelle Harden. We had Patrice Moschino. We had Dr. Eddie I forgot his last name. I'm sorry, brain fog. We had Dr. Burke. We had Lisa Eisenberg. We had Candace Runis. And I'm tell you, we had Sour Mahood. And baby, she's put it down. She gave us some nuggets on using seeds to balance those hormones that made people run to the stage to get her pass outs. It was a fantabulous event. So now I want to thank Lady Tammy Stewart for all of her support, for putting on this event, for allowing me to moderate her doctors. It was a beautiful event. We had vendors from Harris County. We had Memorial Herman. Patrina had hers because she's not only a fitness instructor, she is a published author. So she had hers. Michelle Harden, who was our menopausal testimony, was on the stage, and she would activate her. She also had a booth. We had someone there talking about alopecia because hair loss is a big thing when you're in menopause. Uplift Her came by and passed out flyers and invited everyone to their upcoming event in September. So overall, this was a fantabulous event. Now, many of you are going to see shorts of this podcast, and I'm going to upload this one, but then I'm going to remove it and put the edit copy on it where you can see live pictures or short clips from the actual video. I don't have them back yet. The videographer didn't get them to us this morning as promised, but I didn't want to not come on here and tell you about the menopause event, the pause. It was fantastic. Doctors and lawyers and Indian and chiefs. No, I'm just talking. But we had our physicians in the house that was really breaking down some of the symptoms. You heard people talking about GSM, and everybody laughed because no one knew what GSM was. It's genitourinary syndrome of menopause. It's something what happens with many women vaginal area. So we talking about vaginal dryness, low libido, heavy sex drives, wink wink, increased in your sex drive that happens to, so how back in the day they would say, get you a cougar or get you a vet because their sex drives increase. And so that was good for younger men. Hey, whatever. But I'm just saying, those are some of the things that we were talking about. When to have a labia, oh my God, labia implanty or abrasion, when to have certain treatments. We talked about a lot of things. And for those of you who were not able to join us, it's okay. There's another event in October 18th. Now, information to be determined. I'm still working on location, but definitely we're going to have an event October 18th. That's National Menopause Day. So you're going to hear women and see women hosting events all through time. So somebody dropped me a note and asked me what made this event different. Well, I wasn't at the other events, but I can tell you one thing is I am a certified menopause specialist. I went and taken classes, and they have these classes where you can do 5 days. I did that. That was my first one because I wanted to know about it. But then I took another class, which was 8 weeks, and I'm currently in GGS class, which is 18 weeks. I went to North American Menopause Society School for medical professionals. And if you are a medical professional, check into it because there are valid certifications. But the certification is just a title. What makes you an expert is talking about it, it's reading about it, it's watching it, it's understanding, it's conversing with the different doctors and really understanding. And most importantly, it's knowing your body and finding ways to help you through your menopause process. Mine was a journey. I would forget. I wouldn't finish sentence. I had all my cognitive abilities were shot, but they're here, and I am broadcasting this podcast. Yay! And so next time you got to be in the house. So what else? What else can you learn from this podcast? We gonna break it down. Interviews with physicians, interviews with individuals that's taking control. I have someone that gave me a testimony on how her menopause just almost caused her to commit suicide. So we're talking about the mental health side of menopause. When I tell you, this is a big deal. And I know everyone is saying, menopause, menopause, menopause. Everywhere you turn, people are chatting about menopause, menopause, menopause. And one young lady told me that she didn't need to go to a conference or watch any videos or read any information about her going through menopause. She's in menopause. Her mom was in menopause. She went through it. Her grandma went through it, and they all survived. It's different for us, and we're going to talk about the chemicals that's in our food that changes things for us, chemicals that's in our hair products, chemicals that's in our bath and perfume products. No one talks about those things, but one of the biggest things I personally will focus on, how menopause affect the bag. What? Your bag. Menopause is in your pocketbook. It's in your employer pocketbook. It's taking food from your kids, taking money from your lifestyle. It has you doing things that you normally wouldn't do. And you don't even have a clue that it's because of your menopause. Menopause affects every aspect of a person's life. It's in your head. It's in your ears. Ringing ears is a sign of menopause. Ringing ears, yes. Feeling like things are crawling on you. Always breaking out and don't have any allergies. Not being able to walk barefoot because you feel like something is on the ground. No one's talking about that. Metal taste in your mouth. I heard several people say that the doctor diagnosed them with eczema. What? Eczema doesn't run in your family, or dermatitis. It's like, what are these? Those are skin diseases. But did you know 1 in 4 women will lose a tooth, develop bad breath, and not have periodontal problems or anything along those lines? You can get this strange taste in your mouth or the smell of smoke. And honey, I haven't even hit the surface. There are actually, according to Dr. Marie Claire Haver, the Galveston diet, and also How to Menopause, has said that there are now up to 100 symptoms. Now, when I'm looking at the symptoms, some of those symptoms, in my opinion, are aging symptoms, but there are definitely 34 solid that's directed directly only to menopause. I'm not cutting it out. I want you to know I'm human. I'm going through menopause. Life hasn't always been good, but it's good and it's getting better. And I keep up. We talked about vitamin D deficiencies. A lot of people of color, mainly people of color. Now, there's some white people that's vitamin D3 deficient too. And when I say color, I'm not talking about black. I'm talking about melanated people are not just black people. We're talking about Indians and Pakistan and some Saudi Arabians, people from the Middle East. We have some people from, of course, African cultures and different things. But when people think of black, when they think of color, they think of black instead of just thinking people of color. There's a lot of mixed races out there. They have melanin in them and it affects them. But vitamin D deficiency, all ethnicities need to check their vitamin D. They need to check their vitamin B. They need to check their magnesium. Now, it's hard to check magnesium in the skin because it's no blood test to determine your magnesium levels, but there are tests out there. We talked about the various things that's going on in your body. We talked about the mind. A lot of women think that they're going crazy and they're not. But the most important and exciting part about it is women learned that they weren't alone. They were in a house full of a tribe. They had women all going through similar situations or knew others that was going through it. This event was a must have been to. I'm sorry you missed it, but good news. Once I received the video back from the videographer, I'm going to play segments of it on the podcast. So next week, I'll have a part of it. So there was multiple parts. It was 4 segments total. Tammy Stewart and I opened it up by just having a casual conversation. Then we brought the first panel on, which talked about what is menopause, what is perimenopause, and how does it affect the female body. We talked about that. We spoke to guests that was going through menopause, but we talked to 3 panels of physicians that was on there. We talked to Dr. Sherry that talked about the mental health aspects of menopause, not something that's heard or talked about often, but it's very, very, very viable. People think that they're losing their mind and they're not. We talked about phantom, the train is going by. We talked about phantom symptoms. We talked about WW, wacky women. They called us wacky because they, meaning doctors, could not determine what was going on in our bodies. So they made up an acronym to describe us when we came in complaining about symptoms. I tell you, the world is is a lot. So anyway, I want you to join us next week, and I want you to please tap into the shorts. Send me comments. Let me know what you think, how you feel, and I'll give you more information. You'll see the video. Hey, y'all. This has been Siam Maxie. Whoop, 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 the Menopause Catalyst. Check me out. Okay, I don't know what that like. I was trying to figure out how to end this podcast. Like I said before, this is all new to me, being on video, making sure you see my face. I see the light is in my forehead. But guess what? I showed up. And you know why I showed up? Because this mission is more important than me getting it perfect the very first few times. All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy. Talk to you next week.